What's up everyone? It's been a while since the last episode. This time let's speed up things a little bit. In this episode of FragsBunny's Battlegrounds. As you can see, I decided to speed up the replay process to reduce some downtime between reactions. As you can see, I'm going to land right in the Los Leones along with several other players. For my next landing spot, I decided to choose this batch of storage buildings. And we're making a quick landing. Don't mind those textures right now, they're usually slow loading, for they're loading much faster than when the game was in the early access. As you can see, I'm already looting a bunch of guns over there and some attachments for them. As you can see, there aren't that many enemies around me, and so don't expect any firefights going around. As you can see, I'm quickly scanning on my way around the map, looking the stuff all around. For my current weapon loadout, I am planning to stick with Scar L and Mini 14. I got almost everything that I need, maybe with the exception of armor vest. Yep, there's the armor. As you can see right now, there is not much of anything going around, that's why I'm speeding up my recording a little bit. I return the recording speed to normal when anything interesting starts to happen. So right now I'm just walking through my thoughts on what to do. The safe zone is a little bit north and it's centered on Al-Zahar, so that's where I should be heading up right now. I don't see any enemies around me, and as usual, I should always be careful. All that's left is to loot those two towers, water towers, and I guess we'll get the move on the next save point. And at this point I notice a very good scope from the other side, and I quickly get the shoot after it. It's an 8x scope, a perfect scope for my Scar L. And as you can see, I have discarded Mini 40 in place of auto shotgun. So now that I've got my stuff, it's time to head to the safe zone and probably get a car myself so that I can get there faster. And suddenly a red zone appears right under me. I have no time to escape from it, so I just need to run as fast as I can in order to get out of the red zone as quickly as possible. As you can see, there starts explosions all around. Luckily for me, I have managed to escape the red zone without being harmed at all. At this point, I notice a vehicle on the far side. This should do good for me to cross the map. But once again, I should be careful to ensure that it's not occupied or something. Gotta take my full advantage of a new scope and keep things around. And now that I got my wheels, it's finally time to move. I don't expect any enemies around judging from how the plane was moving, but I should still be careful and not to hold on my spot for too long. I should make a quick stop here and check if anything good would be there. Well, other than ammo, there appears to be nothing much of a value. Maybe some medkits. Oh, and maybe another scope for my gun. As you can see, there is still not much of action around my view, so please do start to quickly move around in the safe area. I plan to make several stops around houses. Ouch. While making my next stop, I always need to ensure that my car is well hidden, because if they find out my car lying on the open open, they will learn out that there is an enemy inside, and they will take certain measures, either waiting me in ambush or just simply avoiding their place if they are looking for cover anyway. And I don't want to be ambushed. The second phase of circle is coming, and for my next strategy I plan to stand on the outer edges of the circle. I probably won't be able to make any kills in this match, but still, better play safe, because that's how I usually earn my battle points, or reaching the top 10 more often than usual. Sure, I don't get as much kills as other players, but I get in the top 10 much often. That will ensure my good standing in the rating. Looks like I'm almost done with my chair. The only thing I need, I guess, level 3 helmet and level 3 military vest. But other than that, I'm usually done with my gear. You probably can't see, but there's might be quite an activity in Al-Zahar. There are at least 2 other players in the city, for what I believe they don't know about each other yet. But they're still careful, because being in the middle of the safe zone, Al-Zahar is going to be a hot point. What else is there to show? I'm glad that I managed to speed up the replay process. Someone is checking with places that are already looted, and the player named Kamorhan is also getting on his way. He's just driving along the road, passing across the temple where obviously I hit the location of my car, so even if he's driving he didn't notice it, and it's not like he was going to stop at the temple anyway. He's getting to Al-Zahar, but as you can see it's going to be a hot point. So will he go straight in the fire or just turn to the right? No, he turned it to the right. He avoided a possible conflict And the safe zone is start to shrink even further, so this time I need to jump in my car and find a good next location. In other words, I need to relocate myself into a better position, and I should start actively hunting for people. Obviously, I have no plans to go in the city yet. Other than that, I plan to head to the north point of this map. With my 8x scope, I should have an advantage over players. Besides, the desert is a place where I can be easily spotted. Of course, the same can be said for me, but at the very least, I can use my car as a cover. Oh, 2 loot crates just drop it there at once. Okay, it's time to slow down the replay to normal speed and see how things will unfold from there. First I got to pick the safe parking zone for my car. I don't know if there are any enemies inside or not, but I'll relocate my car on the assumption that someone is inside that house. Now out of my car, I'm going to take my proper ambush position. There are 2 loot crates, but obviously right now I have no intentions of taking either of them, because all of them are located in openly exposed spaces. As you can see, I can get a clear view of much of the area without being exposed so. I don't see anyone around, of course because they're still hiding inside their buildings. Those 2 are locked into quite a stalemate. Let me turn on X-ray. What else could be happening? Uniform bands and bubble soldier are in the same compound from far different parts, while I believe they may be aware of each other. Anyway, back to my current position. At this point, I notice a player riding a bus. He is driving past the city. I think I'll probably make some few pot shots in order to ambush him. Okay, that's gotta be good. Yeah, my aim is terrible. But he has a hard time finding out where the shootings are coming from, so he chose to run. He finally noticed me, but at this point he takes too much damage. He takes his sniper rifle, but he has no opportunity of landing a shot. He needs to get behind the cover first. At this point I managed to badly wound him. He is trying to heal, but he is still not safe from my bullets. I managed to make another hit. And despite him being behind a tree, I actually managed to kill him. Persistence pays off, and good for me that I have quite a lot of bullets. And the safe area shifted again. I have to move, but now I'm sure it's highly unlikely that anyone will be coming for one of those loot crates, so I have to take the contents of that crate for myself. And inside that crate are level 3 helmet and Groza assault rifle. I'm trying to drive as careful as I can because there might be still enemies, But considering the fact that there are no vehicles around, I probably have no choice but to keep running. I decided to loot only a helmet and keep the gun inside. The other loot crate, which remains unlooted, it contained MK14, a military vest level 3. If I had known that, I would have probably checked the other crate too, but getting the other crate is risky, considering that might be enemies inside the city. Speaking of which, one of them is getting to our car right now. As usual, trying to be careful with my movement, staying on the edge of a circle. And meanwhile, on the desert, some hot actions are taking place. Kimorhen is taking pot shots at Erax. Another player joins the fray. Erax notices Saltil and starts to attack him. He decides to engage him in combat. Oh, Erax is seriously wounded. And he falls down. Yeah, that was my lucky call. I almost got shot, but luckily my low 3 helmet saved me. Quite a nice roadkill, don't you think? Let's repeat it again. Not my first roadkill, but I like this one more than roadkills done before. And the circle shrinks again. The circle shrinking, the players are forced to move again. Why these both are so bad at shooting? He finally resorts to grenades. He's going for a head-on fight. And he managed to win the clash. As for me, I'm carefully checking my next movement. I think I'm going to stop near a gas station and wait there until the circle shrinks again. The only safe place inside the new circle is this compound, so when the circle starts to shrink, I'm going to rush into that compound with my vehicle. But first gotta stop at the gas station. It's quite unlikely that there will be enemies outside, but I should be still careful. At this point I decided to change wheels. My first car was already damaged from the last fight, so I decided to take the boss and head for the next safe area. Oh, looks like someone else also acquired another loot crate. He acquired the Groza. And he's closing his position on the next compound. I'm rushing my way for the nearby building, getting ready to take arms. I park near the window and get in, obviously in battle readiness mode. But luckily for me, the enemy is not in that building, he is currently taking the other. I'm still aware that there might be someone with compound. Just fortunately, he is not in this building. Other players are not that lucky, they are forced to use rocks, trees, or whatever limited cover they might have in this desert. Tuberk is trying to take a careful aim at Popper Stalker. He's waiting for a perfect opportunity to headshot him, but it appears that he already missed his opportunity. And the next circle is going to be outside the cluster of buildings, so the only thing you can use for cover are bare rocks and trees. Tuberk chose to rush. He sees a car and decides to take it in order to advance. Of course, this guy is getting angry for having his car being stolen. He's trying to kill him with a hail of bullets. He managed to run to him, but he didn't manage to kill him. But those gunshots made me obvious that there is an enemy around, so I chose to take some clever maneuvers with my car. Now, watch this! Another road kill on my score. At this point, the boss is currently the only cover I can use. Meanwhile, at this point, only 3 players are left alive. All that's left for me is to wait until those 2 kill each other, then I can finally go for a kill for the other one. Hopefully, assuming if I can find out where they are. Quas is going for a rush. He's rushing in. He briefly takes a cover and managed to kill his opponent. Now it's only Quas and me. And I'm planning to make my next move as soon as the circle starts to shrink. He's taking cover behind the building, but the next circle is going to be outside the building. I have my boss as cover, but as for him, he probably has to improvise. The problem is actually fighting him first. He'll probably take a first shot at me, but since I have the mobile cover, I hope I should be fine. At this point, I finally notice him. I'm taking my fortified position. There is no need to rush, I'm currently in the safe zone. I'm trying to find out where that guy is. Oh, I got shot. I can't see where he is, but he definitely decided to relocate himself in order to get a surprise shot on me. I'm trying to pin his location, but I can't be certain of where he is right now. Ah! I got blindsided again. I almost died, but I don't have time for healing. He is rushing in. I can see him now. It's do or nothing. I have to make that shot. What? I actually win? I didn't expect this, but with my health being this low, I actually managed to win the duel. Well, that was quite an intense match. And it's all thanks to my little wheels that I carefully used it as my cover. You can call me quite lucky. Well, that's my third chicken dinner in this season. I hope that you enjoyed watching this match, especially those two featured red kills. And I hope to see you in the next episode of FragsBunny's Battlegrounds. That's all for now, folks. Let's see this out.